Hello, good morning. Welcome to Harry and Seb Talks. Hello, Seb.
Hey Harry, how are you?
Doing
Good
well,
day to
thank you.
you in Buenos
Good day,
Aires.
thanks. Good day to you in Romania. And thanks everybody who's here joining us for this week's episode. For those of you who don't know, this is Harry and Seb Talks. It's our weekly show where we talk about business, entrepreneurship, agency life, just about everything. We take one topic and just spend a couple of minutes discussing it. We had a really cool one last week where we were talking about AI, and this week we thought a bit more about the current situation that everybody's in at the moment, where the economies are going and stuff like that. And we thought about, well, what do you do when you're in a crisis, and how can you market your agency or make a lot of noise that can get you out of this situation? I thought I'd lead it off by asking you, Seb, how important is it for somebody to be marketing their agency? Because some people they don't do it at all, and some people they do it a lot. Where are you in that scale?
I mean, depends also on your market. For example, when we were in Germany, there was lots of word by mouth, lots of recommendation. So it was not really necessary to market ourselves, but it was also a different time. It was in 2009, I think, and that was the only small marketing agency there. So we didn't have any competition, which was quite easy then to market.
Sure. I think
And yeah,
that point is really cool because I think that's what a lot of people will rely on is referrals. And I think the kind of point of today really for us is to kind of help people understand that and explain to them that you can grow beyond just relying on referrals, right? And some people, I was saying to you at the beginning before we started, like, why would we do an episode like this? But maybe you're in a position right now where the referrals are starting to become a little bit less because people have less money to spend on marketing. But it could also be on the flip side, like you just rely solely on referrals and you have no idea how to get clients other than doing great
yeah.
work and people recommending you.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, so in Germany it was this situation, and then in Romania it was totally different. There was already a competitive market there, so we had somehow to do marketing in order that we get some attention.
Sure, sure.
And what you mentioned already here in Europe, I don't know how it's in Buenos Aires, but I know that Argentina is also going every few years through crisis somehow. So in Europe now we have energy crisis, inflation, Ukraine war, and now winter is coming, and it's getting really tight for. I mean, once for the agency by itself because energy prices will increase double, triple, or even four times higher. And I spoke already with some customers of us that are in not heavy industries, but for example, we specialize in automotive, and they have like car houses that they need to heat also in winter to have clients. And imagine now they triple or the costs are four times higher. Of
Wow.
course, they need somehow to um, reduce costs, and somehow they want to start with marketing to reduce the cost there as well. And this might be like a crisis where you have to think how to market your agency. I mean, one thing is what we are doing right now, first make them aware of this. Also, I would share these videos with them in order to make them know this is normally, we saw this in COVID, the best time for doing marketing is in a crisis, because sometimes your competitors, they just go out of the market, and it's like an auction, especially on Google, for example. Competitors. So if you want to see more, and you don't need to put so much money when you're in a crisis because you have less competitors. So it's a perfect opportunity normally for your business to market yourself in the crisis. Normally you should increase the budget instead of decreasing it. Of course, for other things like with the offices and so on, you should say that keep the costs low in general. What I'm doing every quarter is checking your costs Like go on your bank statement for the last 3 months, check them. For what did I pay money? Do I still need this tool? Do I still need this, that, and so on? And do this every 3 months in order to decrease cost. That would be something for, from my point of view, if you are running low, in order to save some money. And
Agreed.
I mean, what the famous Robert Craven said all the time to me: raise your prices, raise your prices. So I will repeat, you should raise your prices, especially now with inflation. I mean, nobody will be wondering if you raise your prices because it's inflation. And if you say, yeah, inflation, they will say, yeah, 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 I know, everything is increasing. Yeah, I understand you have to raise your prices.
And I think there's some good points there. Moving back to the topic, I thought we could talk a
Yeah.
little bit about like what actually people could do, right? For me, I think the real thing here is to be kind of tactical about the choice of marketing or the part of marketing that you're going to go for.
Mhm.
Because if somebody needs results now rather than later on, then SEO is definitely not the way to go because that could take 6 to 12 months to build
Yeah,
up, right? So if you need results within the next month, that might not be worthwhile. A podcast might be a great idea, but it's going to again take a couple months to build up. I mean, you and I have been doing ours for nearly a year now. We've got some great videos with some great views on it, but it's taken a while to even get to 100 subscribers.
yeah,
So these things take time to build, and I think
exactly.
the short term results will come from some people might hate hearing this, but short form video content. So TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Pinterest. These four channels with a short form filmed video of 15 to 30 seconds could very well be the difference between your agency getting a video that has 1 million views or a couple of
Yeah.
videos that have a couple thousand views, and somebody with a need sees what you want to do, sees what you do. They have a need of they want some marketing done or a website made, and then they get in touch, and the power of short term or short form video, I think, is crazy at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's for sure something they can do if they want fast results. I mean, the fastest result is to offer their services on a platform like Upwork or Fiverr. I mean, if they need immediate money, they can offer their services, but we both know that it's like from the price is quite low. So I mean, Upwork is a bit better if they offer some quality services, but this would be the fastest way from my point of view how you earn some money. But it also has some disadvantages, like everything, like the costs are really low and so on. Um, but yeah, these are some options that you can do immediately in order to raise some money, or you can go to your clients and say, hey, I have a referral campaigns, you recommend me to one of you guys and you get a discount of, I don't know, for us RE7 we say 7%, of course, but it can
Sure.
be also 10% or 5%. That would be also an immediate action to get some clients.
Nice. And I think I, I'm going to stick with the short form video stuff for a minute because I think that it's such an opportunity for people to take. Um, and I wanted to talk a little bit about like feedback loops because I feel like in our day and age, our
Yeah.
generations of people, you can definitely get hung up, I think, on like views, likes, favorites, comments. How can people stick and keep like a positive mindset where they're not so focused on that and they're more focused on like the process and the system to getting to the point where they have a like a popular account?
I mean, they should be good in what they are doing. They should like what they are doing, and then it's not so much work for them that they say, "Oh, I need to record another video. I need to do this." I mean, it should be something that they are enjoying. If they are not enjoying what they are doing, it's really hard to keep consistency. So this would be my first recommendation. and book it in your calendar. Like what you do when you do it, save a spot in it, not say, yeah, I have to do the next one on Wednesday, and then Wednesday is over and you're like, ah, damn, I wanted to do this video. When should I do it? And put it in your calendar and save some time. Try to automate it so that it goes faster. And I mean, this is important to be consistent, and also maybe set yourself like, for example, my goal is end of the year I want to have 100 subscribers. And don't compare yourself with others, because it doesn't help you. They are in another stage, they are different, they have different content and so on. So focus on yourself, focus what you are doing, get some honest feedback from people that watched it and try to improve, and keep on going. This is important.
Agreed. I think having that positive mindset, comparison is like the
Yep.
ultimate killer. So it's best to
Yep.
focus on like
Yep.
on not comparing yourself. Um, and then as well as that, I think that having like a feedback loop where you're posting videos maybe once a day. Let's say you do one video a day, for example. Instead of checking how that video performed every day, what I would suggest is post a video Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then on Friday, that's the day that you look at how all the videos performed. So you're keeping it to
Yeah.
just one day a week, then that you're checking your analytics. I think
Yeah.
that will have such a more beneficial and positive mindset, because you
Yep.
can tweak what you're doing, and then next we do another 5 videos on Friday, review, keep going like that, and have like a really positive kind of feedback cycle where
Really good
you're treating
point.
a bit more
Yeah.
technically, you're treating a bit more technically.
Yeah, because what we did was, after half of a year or 3 months, we were analyzing the videos. So which video went best, which topic the guys were interested, the viewers are interested, how long was the video, how many watched it until the end, and based from these numbers, that's why we are doing now the videos a bit shorter, because we saw that people were not going to watch it to the end. We had some videos that were shorter, they were watching it until the end. So what we took out was, let's make the videos a bit shorter, around 15 minutes, and give them enough information in that.
Sure, sure. And that makes perfect sense. And you can see from what Seb's done that actually just by looking at your analytics every now and then, or after 3 months, you can make these big decisions to then help pivot your content to where it needs to go.
Yeah.
And I think doing that, you're going to have great success. There's a couple other little things I could throw in. I would suggest if you were going to do like the feedback loops. So for example, like yeah. Make sure that you focus on the content that you're producing rather than like what you're using to produce it. So,
Yeah.
ideas, stuff like that. Go and look at other content creators as well, steal ideas from them, see what's working in your market. I think research here is really important to see what other agencies are doing. I know for a fact that most agencies are terrible at marketing themselves. They're great at marketing their clients, but they're terrible at marketing themselves. So if you can find a couple like the stars of our space or your industry, and then just sort of take some ideas from them, that can be a great place to start as well. Um,
Yeah.
and I would say just start, right, Seb? Like a lot of people can get hung up shooting or making content that's like you have to have a really fancy setup. I mean, you and I use our laptops to shoot this podcast once a
Yeah, I
week.
have a stream cam. I have a stream cam and a microphone, but you don't need much in order to start, for example, with streaming and even for marketing. I mean, look for some events. That's what I'm doing. If you are not like, I don't want to make so much videos and so on, go on events, especially when you're in a big city. There are some fairs. For example, there's now a automotive fair in Bucharest. So we prepare some folder with our service presentation, a case study from automotive, what we have done so far, a business card, and then we go there from car house to car house producers on this fair and just pitching ourselves. I
Fantastic.
mean, life can be so easy, but you should specialize. I mean, if you're just looking and say, yeah, do marketing, why should they work with you? If you say, yeah, specialized in automotive, here are some results from our last client. We have some experience since so many years in automotive industries. Are you interested in working for us? And I mean, this is a different approach than, yeah, I'm doing marketing. Should I do something for you? I can help you with Google Ads and so on. When you say you specialized in this niche, you can also say why you have a higher price, you know?
Yeah, I think that's great, especially as well as if you can think about like your USPs, and then talk about them in your marketing as well. But like, I think like on top of what you just said there, if you can walk into that fair and you've identified the problems already that most automotive companies face, and you
Yeah.
can talk to them very quickly about that, I think that helps a lot. Especially as well as if you can translate that into your marketing, so you're just constantly hammering on about the pain points that your customers might be feeling, and then that will really help you with being able to like attract people, because at the end of the day, if they can see that you know their
Yeah.
problems and you have a solution for it, it just makes sense for them then to get in touch and see if you can help them.
Exactly, exactly. And I mean, if you have more questions, you just write them, or some ideas, just write them to us in the comments, because I think we just covered a few of them. And maybe you have some other ideas, or you want to hear more about how to deal as an agency in crisis besides marketing. So we can discuss it more, because I mean, from my point of view, these are really important topics nowadays, because it seems like the economy is cooling down a bit
Yes,
with the
yes,
deglobalization. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Well, thank you so much for chatting as always with me again today, Seb, and thanks everybody
Thanks,
for
Harry.
what. Thanks everybody for watching. If you want to learn more about Sebastian, you can find everything to do about his agency online. It's RE7 Consulting on Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, maybe, YouTube,
No, not
etc.
Pinterest. LinkedIn. Better LinkedIn or YouTube or I don't know what. But Pinterest, no, we don't do Pinterest.
And it's Sebastian Baier on LinkedIn as well. If you want to send him a message and ask any
Yeah.
personal questions, you can find out more about my agency, Imaginary Space. We're on all the social media platforms if you type in Imaginary Space. And watch a YouTube series where I document about how I grow my agency. It's Harry Roper on YouTube. Apart from that, I want to say big thanks to everybody for watching as always. If you have any questions or any comments about stuff you'd like us to cover in the next episode, or if you have any questions about what we discussed today, you can whack those down in the comments below and we'll make sure to answer them. But apart from that, hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one, Seb.
Bye, guys.